It's weird when they like start at 60 and then go straight to 5. 10. 5. Go.
Good afternoon to you, wherever you may be in this glorious county. Humboldt Crabs baseball is on the air. Hi, I'm Hoke Holcomb, along with my broadcasting buddy, the Professor Benjamin Schaefer, coming to you from the Don Turbush announcer's booth high atop the Arcata ballpark. We're located just a block from the historic plaza in downtown Arcata, and today a game that we're definitely looking forward to. The was the old song, when the immovable object comes in contact with the immovable force, something's got to give. And this afternoon we've got a new rivalry that started just this year in terms of actual playing one another, and that is the B52 Bombers and the Humboldt Crabs. The B52 Bombers make their home at Bomber Stadium in Eureka, and they come into this game having won 8 of their last 9 contests, a record of 16-5 on the season. The Humboldt Crabs come into today's ball game with even a more outstanding record, having won 22 of 25 contests thus far. So at the halfway point in the season, Robin Guyver's Humboldt Crabs are on their way to one of the best records in the last 2 decades, Benjamin.
Crabs are looking great. They're definitely firing on all cylinders at the moment. Yep. Everything's in place. Defense is looking great. That was a little bit sketchy early in the season. They've turned that around, and they're hitting for power. They got speed. I think this is the best team we've seen probably in 10 years, I think.
And I think this is probably the best Bombers team in their 4 years of existence. So
yes.
we're talking about an interesting rematch. The Crabs lost the first game to the Bombers this season by a score of 6-1. It was only the 4th game of the season for the Crabs, and Bombers didn't have many more. But the fact of the matter is, the Crabs have added about 10 players since that game took place.
Well,
it's a different team.
Also, the Crabs aren't looking at Alex Rios to start, because he had him off balance all night. That first game, that Wednesday night game.
Yeah, Ruben Rios was outstanding. The former Crabs hurler absolutely dominated the Crabs. Since then, he's lost a couple of outings. He's 1-2. His only victory this year was against the Crabs, but he's pitched very, very well. It's just been a matter of run support. His earned run average is 2.25, which of course is excellent. But we may see Ruben later in the game. But they're starting a gentleman named Craig Broadman. Broadman comes into the game with a record of 2-0, a fine earned run average of 1.8 in 20 innings of pitching. And the Crabs are throwing Matthew Hernandez. 1 win, no losses, a 1.29 earned run average in only 15 innings of pitching. No, maybe it's a little more than that. I'll have to check that. Doesn't seem right to me.
It doesn't seem right, does it?
But he has, I think it is something like 20 innings. Now I've got to find out. Benjamin, say something wonderful while I check on Matthew Hernandez's innings pitched. I got to tell you, the statistics
are very confusing that we have now.
It is only 14 innings he has pitched this year.
But he struck out more. He has more strikeouts than innings pitched, I believe, doesn't he?
Just 1.
Yeah.
But the amazing thing is the number of walks. In 14 innings, none. He has not allowed a base on balls, so he's definitely been in command. So we've got 2 good hurlers on the mound this afternoon, 2 very hot ball clubs, and
the Crabs definitely looking to get revenge over that loss earlier in the season.
Well, we shall see. The sky is overcast, but we have been promised copious amounts of sun.
Yeah, they've been
hopefully
promising
showing
that
up
for
soon.
All summer. We haven't seen it.
The sun has, where we live, it comes out late in the afternoon, about 3 o'clock.
Where I live, it comes out in August, September.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
Looking forward to a wonderful October. Have a few notes from Tracy Mack, who does an outstanding job in giving us all kinds of information on upcoming events and such. And the Crabs are looking to form what they're calling a Crabs Green Team. And the Green Team is being sponsored, is being organized by a longtime Crabs fan by the name of Bob Felter. very close to Bob Feller, but this is Bob Felter, and he's looking for volunteers to donate 2 hours of their time on Saturdays to help clean up a portion of Highway 101 between Arcata and McKinleyville. The next cleanup date is to be announced, so you'll know various organizations and some businesses will take responsibility for cleaning up a portion of Highway 101, which runs right by our ballpark, out the left field, beyond the left field wall. So the Crabs are going to take on a portion of that, and anyone who is interested can contact Bob Felter at bfelter3@gmail.com. bfelter3@gmail.com, and that'd be nice for the community. Also, the Crabs are looking for people to help out after the fireworks. We're having our first fireworks, I believe, next Friday evening. And after the fireworks is over, there's some stuff still left on the field, used canisters and paper and so forth. They're looking for volunteers to spend about a half an hour after the fireworks to help clean up the debris, and those who are willing to help out, give a half an hour, will be given a pair of free Crabs tickets. So, boy, that's pretty nice pay for a half an hour work, a couple of Crabs tickets after the next week's fireworks. Also, want to mention, and we haven't talked about this enough this year, the program, which was a little late in coming out, but it is an outstanding program. And this year it has information on all the Crabs players right in the book, and that's something we haven't seen in past years. And there are also some excellent stories, one by baseball historian Jack Nash about Hugo Gentini, who was a long-time ticket taker for the Crabs and a tremendous Crabs fan. A very fine article. Jack Nash just writes excellent baseball columns on the history of baseball in Humboldt County. You may be able to hear in the background, the Crabgrass Band is with us this afternoon. As you know, we had two dark nights, this Friday and last night Saturday, because the team that was supposed to come for a 3-game series informed the Crabs just a day prior to what was going to be their arrival. That is, on Thursday, they phoned and said, "We're not coming. We can't get enough players to make the trip." I think it's poor form.
It is poor form, yeah.
To be that late in letting us know. And so that's, the Crabs don't have a sugar daddy. The Crabs depend upon advertising revenue and fannies in the seats. And when you lose 2 games, particularly weekend games, Friday, Saturday, you're talking a couple thousand people perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
At least 1,500.
Oh, that hurt.
And, that hurt. So it was unfortunate. Thankfully, the B52 Bombers were willing to step in for a second time this season and say, we'll pick up the slack. We'll be here to play you this afternoon. And that was particularly good on their part because the B52 Bombers have a game tonight at Bomber Field against the San Francisco Seals, the third of a 4-game set that they're playing with the Seals, and they've won the first 2 games in come-from-behind, exciting fashion. The Bombers have been a come-from-behind team on a number of occasions this season. So the Bombers are essentially playing a day-night doubleheader. After today's game here at the Arcata Ballpark, they will be heading back to Bomber Field for tonight's game. The managers, St. James and Guyver, shaking hands, and the umpires in Hawaiian garb. It's Hawaiian shirt day at the ballpark, and the umpires are dressed in their Hawaiian best. And those umpires are going to be Justin Islas calling balls and strikes. Michael Cowan will be at first base, and Chris Peterson will be at third. All right. Benjamin is busy playing one of these, what do you call them?
Video games.
Video
what you
game.
call them.
Video
yes. This is a
games.
baseball. It's totally appropriate. It's baseball.
Video game. We have real men out there in a real field.
As soon as this game starts, I'll be shifting over, but
that's
I have to have
wonderful.
baseball all the time.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you get in even before the game starts and give the lineup for the Crabs. But first,
I'd be delighted.
I'm going to do the lineup for the visiting B52 Bombers. Leading off in left field will be Dustin Miller. Hitting second, the designated hitter, Coco Figueiredo. Batting third at third base, J.Q. Felina. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Jeff Giacomini. Batting fifth in center field, Daniel Teasley. Hitting sixth at second base, Spencer Duggan. Batting seventh in right field, Jordy Hart. Hitting eighth and doing the catching will be Hunter Harris. Batting ninth at shortstop, Steve Ouellette. And on the mound for the B52's will be Craig Broadman. As mentioned, Craig comes in with a record of 2 wins and no losses. And now, ripping him away from the video game, ripping the game from his hands to give us the starting lineup of the Humboldt Crabs, here's the Professor, Benjamin Schaefer.
Devin Lehman will lead off at second base. Patrick Chung will be the DH and bats second. Jeremiah Burks in center field bats third, and Ryan Myers, the first baseman, will bat cleanup. Kyle Callahan at shortstop bats fifth. Kyle Blakeman in right field bats sixth. Alex Aguirre in left field bats seventh. Anthony Enwia will be the catcher and bat eighth, and Chase Fernlin out at shortstop bats ninth. On the mound, as we noted, it's Matt Hernandez.
All right.
And let's hope the sun breaks out a little bit. It looks like it's about to. You can see that there's blue on the horizon. There's a large gray cloud right over the ballpark, but the western horizon is quite blue. So maybe around 1 o'clock we'll get some sun here finally on the coast.
We will certainly hope so. Crabs players are being introduced. The Crabs in their traditional home white uniforms with the numbers on the back and crabs across the front and the chest. The B-52 Bombers have gray slacks with dark black jerseys and white numerals on their back. Black caps, Crabs with their blue caps. Folks still coming into the ballpark. We apparently was a fairly serious accident.
5-car accident on the safety corridor. A 5-car accident. And I don't know what's going on around here. I just seems like there's accidents all the time in Eureka. I don't think people are driving very mindfully lately.
Well, now, I thought the safety corridor was what is between Arcata and Eureka.
That's where this occurred.
Well, I thought it was by Airport Road.
Yes.
That's not the safety, or what? Oh, the little
airport.
Oh, the little airport. I was thinking the airport up beyond.
No,
McKinley.
the little airport.
Oh, I see. All right. A number of Crabs players have grass skirts on, and I can recall a couple of years ago one of the players kept that skirt on when he went to the plate and hit a triple, slid into third with his grass skirt. So we'll see if they wear them during the game. All right, we're about ready. Mike Craighead to sing our national anthem. Mike Craighead, a fine rendition of our national anthem. Mike has a group that plays in a number of clubs in the Arcata, Eureka area. Nice to have him out here singing our national anthem. We have a number of little leaguers on hand with us this afternoon. These are 9 to 11-year-old Redwood Empire All-Star Little League champs. And they're going to be raffling off a bat with all the Crabs signatures to raise money to help these Little Leaguers travel. They're now in playoff situations, and so they have to go out of the area to play other all-star teams. And they were also helped into the park as a result of donations by the Blue Lake Casino for Little Leaguers to enjoy Crabs baseball when they come as a team. And the parents of the Little Leaguers who are coming also get a special price getting into the ballpark of just $5. So it's great to have the Little Leaguers. Always fun to have the Little Leaguers in the park, and I'm sure they'll be among the young folks running the bases after the game and high-fiving the Crabs between third base and home plate. On the mound, Matthew Hernandez, right-hander, comes into this afternoon's contest with an unblemished record, but only one decision, one win, no losses. He's fashioned a fine earned run average of 1.29, and he has had excellent control, striking out more than a batter per inning, and in 14 innings of work, he has not walked anybody. He'll be pitching to Anthony Enuia. Enuia in the crouch behind the plate. Defensively for the Crabs, it'll be Ryan Myers at first base, Devin Lehman at second, Chase Fernland, the shortstop, Kyle Callahan at third base. In the outfield, Alex Aguiar in left, Jeremiah Burks in center field, and Kyle Blakeman will be in right field. It is a little bit late arriving crowd. I don't know if that has to do with the accident, but it certainly could, as folks getting to the ballpark, and we're about ready to go. Dustin Miller to lead it off, left-handed hitting left fielder. He's got some speed, hitting .320 on the season with a one-round tripper and 16 runs driven across. The first pitch from Hernandez is grounded to the shortstop. Fernland up with it. Throw across the diamond, one pitch, one out. So Miller grounds out Fernland to Myers, short to first, one away, and that'll bring up Coco Figueiredo, who is serving as the designated hitter in this afternoon's game. Coco comes in with an average of .346 on the season. He also has one home run and is driven across 15. Like Miller, he hits from the port side. Figueiredo wears number 5 on the back of his Bomber jersey. Hernandez gets the sign from Enuia and comes to the plate, and the pitch is a called strike on the outside corner just above the knees, strike one. Figueiredo bluffed bunt and pulled the bat back. Third baseman Callahan about even with the bag, the rest of the infield back in normal depth. The 0-1 a pitch, just misses low. A ball and a strike to Figueiredo. He'll be followed by J.Q. Felina, who has just joined the B52's recently. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, outside corner. Boy, he painted the black with that, didn't he? So he's ahead on the count now, 1-2. Hernandez rocks into the wind, and the 1-2 pitch. That one's low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flag blowing gently in center field. The 2-2.
Got him.
Strike 3 called,
Nice
outside
pitch.
corner. Figueiredo did not like the call, but Justin Islas punched him out. That's the first strikeout of the ball game. And with 2 down, it'll bring up J.Q. Felina. Felina, right-handed hitting third baseman, has only appeared in a couple of ball games. He's only been to the plate 7 times officially, has 2 base hits. Hernandez comes home with the first pitch, and it's a grounded foul past the third base coach. Strike one. Just underway. 2 down here in the top of the first inning. The next pitch is taken at the knees for a called strike 2. Matthew Hernandez ahead on the count 0-2. And he comes to the plate. Curveball is popped in the air in foul ground. Myers under it, and the first baseman gathers it in for the third out. So the B52's go in order in the first, nothing across, and at the end of half an inning, it's the B52's nothing, and the Crabs coming to bat. And you're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
The Crab blowout? No, I don't feel bad. I want to. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Humboldt Mortgage, committed to helping borrowers find quality financing for over 50 years. If you're buying a home, business, or land, Humboldt Mortgage will get it done. Call Bob Lawton at 445-3027. Thanks also to Slice of Humboldt Pie. Whether you want a chicken pot pie made from scratch or a decadent slice of chocolate silk pie, Slice of Humboldt Pie will satisfy any craving. They're open every day. Crab fans and players get 10% off Mondays just by wearing their Crabs gear. Slice of Humboldt Pie is just off the Arcata Plaza at 828 I Street at Bittersweet. You can also order a pie online, and I suppose you have to Google them to do that. But
all right. Heading into the bottom of the first, Devin Lehman to lead it off. Lehman leading the club with a .400 average. And he's been at .400 for a while.
He sure has, yeah.
Lehman will be followed by Patrick Chung and Burks. First pitch is grounded to the second baseman. Up with it is Duggan. The throw to first, one pitch, one out. The same as happened with the B52's in the top of the frame. So Lehman grounds out to his counterpart, one away, and that'll bring up Patrick Chung.
Chung comes in batting .304.
Chung serving as the designated hitter this afternoon, left-handed hitter. Craig Broadman comes to the plate. The right-hander's fastball is taken at the belt for a called strike one. Broadman comes into the game, 2 wins, no losses, and a 1.8 earned run average in 20 innings of work. Right-hander comes home again. This one's a bit inside, 1-1. Hunter Harris in the crouch behind the plate will set the rest of the B52's defensively after this pitch. The 1-1, high and outside, 2-1. Jeff Giacomini at first base, Spencer Duggan at second. Steve Ouellette is the shortstop. J.Q. Feline at third. In the outfield from left to right, it's Dustin Miller, Daniel Teasley, and Jordy Hart. High with a fastball, 3-1 now to Patrick Chung. The next pitch is waved out and
nice
missed.
Pitch.
Good changeup, and he had Chung out in front. Shows some confidence when you throw a 3-1 change early in the contest. Count full now to Chung and the pitch. That's a fastball, and it's grounded down to the shortstop. Up with it is Ouellette. His throw across the diamond. 2 up and 2 down for the Crabs in the home half of the first. That'll bring up Jeremiah Burks.
Comes in batting .337, a .518 slugging on-base percentage, and a .590 slugging percentage. He leads the team with on-base and is second in slugging to Myers.
3 home runs on the season and is driven across 21, and he takes a fastball just a bit outside, 1-0. Jeremiah also leads the club with 8 stolen bases.
And
the complete package.
25 walks.
Just misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Burks. The 2-0. That's in there for a called strike 1. Infield back all the way around with 2 outs.
The sun is going to burst through any second. The clouds are clearing as I speak.
Fouls at the plate, and the count now 2-2 to Burks. Jeff Giacomini, former 3-time Crabs MVP, plays about as deep a first base as you'll see. He's almost on the outfield grass. Shortstop and second baseman are just on the lip of the outfield grass. The next pitch to Burke misses high and wide. The count goes full now.
He also plays near the line, I notice. It's kind of a no doubles defense over there at first.
Yeah. Payoff pitch. And Jeremiah fouls it back onto the screen, so we'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, we're seeing some blue out there.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a lovely
sun is starting
afternoon.
to come through. Broadman gets the sign from Hunter Harris, and the 3-2 pitch is grounded to the third baseman on a couple of hops. Up with it is Felina. The throw across the diamond pulls the first baseman off the bag, but I'm not sure they would have had him anyhow. I think Burks had that thing beat.
I think that's an infield hit.
That's going to be an infield hit for Jeremiah Burks.
The ball was hit very slowly.
It wasn't hit that hard,
it was
but
a high hopper.
Goodness gracious, he just flew down the line. So a 2-out infield single by Burks, and that'll bring up Ryan Myers. Myers with the second best average on the team, hitting .365. He also leads the club with 6 round trippers and with 32 runs batted in. Burks a good lead at first, held on there by Giacomini. The pitch is taken for a called strike.
Slugging
Slider on the outside corner.
59. He's slugging .659.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome. Burks edging off at first. And he draws a throw. He's back standing. Rodman, back foot on the rubber, comes to the rest at the belt. There goes Burks. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second base, and he is safe. The ball kicks into center field. Another stolen base for Jeremiah Burks. That would have been very close. I thought they had him.
Yep.
But I think he slid into the ball and kicked it into center field. A good throw by Hunter Harris. So Burks now in scoring position. The pitch was a strike to Ryan Myers. So the count, no balls and 2 strikes to the Crabs cleanup hitter. Broadman at the set. A look back at second, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and that'll do it for the Crabs in the first inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left, and at the end of an inning complete, we're scoreless. You're listening to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480 Arcadia Eureka. Next Friday, we have our first fireworks night.
We have more than one?
Yeah, we're having 2 this year.
Really?
It was such a big hit last year.
People love fireworks.
It was a biggie.
Nothing like watching stuff blow up. I love fireworks.
I don't mind the fireworks, but those things that are just loud, they're concussion.
Well, my only problem is they're disturbing to the pets, the animals, the dogs, and the kitties. But
well, human-centric, what can we tell you? Here's Giacomini to lead it off. Cleanup hitter, hitting .313, 1 home run, 15 driven across. And the first pitch is taken a little bit low, 1-0. Giacomini will be followed by Daniel Teasley and Spencer Duggan. The 1-0 pitch, Giacomini fouls it straight back, fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jeff Giacomini. A lot of similarities between the 2 cleanup hitters.
Big swingers.
Both big swingers. They do not get
cheated. A lot of strikeouts, a lot of home runs.
Yep.
Modern hitters.
Hernandez comes home 1-0. And that one misses. Check it. It's 2 balls and a strike now. Two and 1 the count to Jeff Giacomini. The pitch waved at and missed. Jacko could not catch up with that pitch on the outer part of the plate. May have been outside. 2-2. Hernandez gets the sign from Menuilla and his 2-2 pitch. Poked foul. That was a protect the plate swing by Giacomini. Fouled it well off to the right and out of play, so we'll do it again, 2-2. If you just joined us, we're just underway. Top of the second inning, scoreless. Hernandez gets the sign from Menuilla. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. It hit him. It hit him, grazed
Got the jersey.
him. So Giacomini hit by a pitch. And the leadoff batter aboard for the B52's, and that'll bring up Daniel Teasley. Right-handed hitting center fielder comes into the ball game with an average of .361 on the season. 13 runs driven across. He has not hit a home run. All right, and after stepping out in front of the plate and having a word with his pitcher, now back in the crouch.
Giacomini was having some trouble with his shoe over there at first base as well.
Giacomini held on by Myers. The pitch to Teasley. Curveball taken for a called strike 1. Matthew Hernandez is set. The pitch. Fouled off to the right. Late swing on the fastball. And Hernandez now ahead on the count. No balls and 2 strikes to Daniel Teasley. Hernandez at the rest. The 0-2. Tries to check his swing and did so. He was tempted by a slider well outside. Almost got him to bite. 1-2 now.
That was a good 0-2 pitch.
It sure was. Hernandez at the set. The 1-2 offering. Lined into center field for a base hit. Burks gets it back into the infield. That's the first hit of the ball game for the B52's, and they now have runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning, and that'll bring up former Crab second baseman Spencer Duggan. Duggan hitting .323 on the year. Duggan largely a singles hitter. And a good ball player for sure. And he bunts it out, foul, behind the plate. So they tried to sacrifice at least the first attempt to no avail. Duggan comes back and is handed the bat by Crabs catcher Enwia. Third baseman Kyle Callahan in a step or two, just on the lip of the inner part of the infield. Hernandez is set. The pitch. Again, Duggan bunts, and this is a beauty. Pitcher's got it. Throws to third in time for the force. An excellent play by Matthew Hernandez coming off the mound to field that bunt. It was a little, it wasn't close enough to the third base line. He would have liked to have had it a little further away from the pitcher, but it took a good fielding play to retire Giacomini trying to go to third.
Well,
Teasley moves to second, and Duggan safe on the fielder's choice.
Good job to keep his head up, and he knew exactly where he was going with it. He didn't hesitate.
He did. So the sacrifice unsuccessful. Here's Jordy Hart, right-handed hitter, and the first pitch to him misses wide, 1-0. Hart hitting .302 on the season as we begin play this afternoon. Clouds are going away, and the blue sky is appearing. This Mr. Sowell has arrived at the ballpark. Perfect day for baseball. A look back at second base. The pitch. Curveball taken for a called strike. 1-1. Chase Fernland trying to scoot behind the runner Teasley. Hernandez at the set. The pitch. Fastball away. 2-1 the count now to Jordy Hart. Right-handed hitting right fielder. B52's mounting the first threat of the ball game with runners at first and second and only one out. Hernandez, a check back at second, comes to the plate. Fastball is hit foul out of play. And a count even at 2. Teasley at second. Duggan at first, 1 out. And a 2-2 count on Jordy Hart. Hernandez is set. Turns, throws to second base. Back sliding safely is Teasley. Again, Fernland trying to sneak behind the runner Teasley. But that play wasn't really that close. 2-2 the count.
Perfect, thank you.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Fastball. Late getting around on it, and it was kind of a protect the plate swing to stay alive. Hart, the number 7 batter in the B52 order. Runners take their leads. Myers playing behind the runner at first base. The pitch. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. He goes to second for 1. The relay to first is not going to be in time. On the play, Teasley takes third base. Duggan cut down on the fielder's choice. And Jordy Hart is at first with 2 down. Runners at the corners. And here's Hunter Harris, the right-handed hitting catcher. Harris hitting .250 on the season. 1 home run and 13 driven across. Hart at first base, now held on by Myers. Hernandez at the belt. The pitch to Harris. Fastball taken for a called strike 1. B52's threatening with runners at the corners and 2 outs, scoreless here in the top of the second. The pitch, runner at first goes, the pitch is low, and it's no chance for Enwea to make a play on Jordy Hart. So Hart steals second. Now the B52s have 2 runners in scoring position with 2 out, and the count even at 1 on right-handed hitting Hunter Harris. Hernandez going to continue to work from the stretch now with runners at second and third. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball away, 2-1. Two and 1 to Harris. Hernandez comes to the plate, swing and
nice
a miss
pitch
on a curveball or a slider, I guess. That was a well outside. Got him to chase, and the count even at 2. Big pitch here early in the ball game. 2-2 the count on Harris. The 2-2 offering. Curveball got him swinging.
Yep.
So a big strikeout with runners at the corners, and the B52s are denied in the second inning. No runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. And at the end of an inning and a half, we remain scoreless. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be Kyle Callahan, Kyle Blakeman, and Alex Aguiar to face Craig Broadman in the home half of the second inning. Crabs limited to an infield single in the first. Jeremy Burks with a stolen base made it as far as second, but he was stranded there as Broadman blew one by Ryan Myers to end the first inning. Callahan, left-handed hitting third sacker.
Batting .346.
Couple of round trippers.
Second on the team with 25 RBIs.
All right. And the first pitch to Kyle, and that one's hit in the air to center field. Center fielder going back, leaps up and cannot get it. It's going to the wall. Callahan on his way to second, and he'll make it with a stand-up double.
All righty.
Fine effort by the right fielder, Jordy Hart. He went full out, leaped and could not catch it. The Crabs now with a runner at second base, nobody out, and here is Kyle Blakeman.
Blakeman comes in at .271. He's brought his average up quite a bit in the last couple weeks.
Also had his first home run of the season.
Had a home run
recently.
I think it was Wednesday night.
Right-hander versus right-hander, and the pitch to Blakeman is taken for a ball, 1-0. Infield back all the way around. Broadman reads Hunter Harris. comes to the rest at the belt, a look back at second base, and the 1-0 pitch. Down low and outside, 2-0. Kyle trying to pick up Kyle. Blakeman at the bat. Callahan at second. Nobody out in the Crabs second. The pitch to Blakeman. Lined into left center field. That's going to be in there for a base hit. The left fielder,
that's too bad.
Left fielder has trouble fielding the ball, and Blakeman goes to second base.
That's an error on Dustin Miller, but unfortunately, Callahan had his head down as he was coming around third, and the third base coach there, Brad Morgan, was furiously waving him in after the ball was bobbing in left field, and he never saw it, so he stayed at third.
All right, the Crabs, however, set the table in good fashion now with runners at second and third. Was that the left fielder or center fielders there?
That was the left fielder.
Left fielders there, okay. Alex Aguiar having a word with third base coach Brad Morgan. Kyle Callahan on at third. Kyle Blakeman at second. And here is Alex Aguiar.
It's actually, we've learned while you were gone that it's pronounced Aguirre.
Aguirre.
We've been mispronouncing it all season, unfortunately.
Aguirre. And that pitch is hit into center field and deep. The center fielder going back to the warning track. Yes. It is off the wall. 1 run's coming in. Here comes the second run to the plate on a booming double by Alex Aguirre. The Crabs coming out swinging in the second inning. A leadoff double, a single, and then a booming double to straightaway center. It's now 2-0 Crabs. Alex Aguirre on at second base with nobody out, and that'll bring up Anthony Enwia. Enwia hitting .308 as we begin play this afternoon. He has swings at the first pitch and fouls it off to the right out of play. Strike one.
A couple hard hit balls now against Brodman.
So the Crabs draw first blood here in the home half of the second. They have plated 2, and they got a runner on at second with nobody out. The next pitch to Anthony Enwia is wide, and the count even at 1. Right-hander versus right-hander. Brodman looks into Harris for the sign. 1-1. No, he bluffs the runner back to second. There were no fielders at second base. Brodman now at the rest. The 1-1 pitch. High pop-up down the right field line in foul territory. First baseman Giacomini gives it a run, but he's going to run out of room. As he crashes into the fence, he's okay. Jeff's all right. So a long run by Giacomini is for naught. It falls harmlessly to the turf, and the count goes to 1-2 on Enwia. The 1-2. Hit hard into right field, but almost in his tracks is the right fielder Hart, who gathers it in. No advance. Hart a whip throw into the infield. So Enwia hits it pretty hard, but right at the right fielder Hart. One away. No advance by Aguirre at second base, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Chase Fernland. Fernland, right-handed hitter.
Still under 200 batting average.
And the curveball is taken for a strike. Yeah, it comes in at 185. He has driven across 11 runs, and he's made his mark in the field.
Oh, he's played great shortstop, especially after the first week.
The pitch to him. In the dirt, it gets away from the catcher, and that will allow Aguirre to move to third base on the wild pitch. Count 1-1 to Fernland. After Chase, we go to the top of the order and Devin Lehman. First and third baseman about even with the bag. That pitch is low and away, blocked by Harris. No advance, and the count 2-1. Broadman working from the stretch with the runner at third, and the pitch down low, 3-1. Well, you don't want to walk a guy hitting 185 to face somebody hitting 400.
No, you don't.
But he's in danger of that here with a 3-1 count to Chase Fernland. The 3-1 offering. Fernland hits it foul. About halfway, it goes about halfway between first and third, or between home and third, and the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Fernland. The 3-2 pitch. High pop-up foul out of play. We'll do it again. Well, I think we got nearly 1,000 folks here today.
I would guess, yes.
The 3-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Off-speed pitch, and Fernland able to get enough wood on it to force another 3-2 pitch. Broadman is ready. The 3-2. Again, Fernland just gets a piece of it. And so we'll do it again, 3-2. Three and 2 to Fernland. Broadman, payoff pitch. Ball 4.
No way.
Strike 3
no,
called.
That was on the outside corner.
Fernland didn't
Fernland
like
didn't like
it,
it, but that looked like a strike all the way from up here.
So a big strikeout. That's his second of the ball game. And with 2 down, it'll be up to Devin Lehman to see if they can bring Alex Aguirre home from third base. Lehman grounded out a second to first in the first. Devin takes a pitch low, 1-0. Right-hander is at the set. Broadman comes to the plate. Lehman swings and misses at the count. A ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. Misses with a fastball outside, 2-1. The 2-1 to Lehman. Devin swings and hits it past the second baseman into right field, and that will score Aguirre with the third run of the inning in the ball game, and the Crabs now lead 3-0. Devin Lehman picks up his 18th run batted in on the year and keeps that average above 400. Here's Patrick Chung. Patrick hitting .304 as we began play. He grounded out short to first in the first. Left-handed hitter, wears number 4 on his back. And the pitch, throw down to first base by the catcher, but back safely is Lehman. The pitch was a ball, so it's 1-0 to Patrick Chung. 2 singles, 2 doubles, 3 runs here in the bottom of the second for the Crabs. The pitch to Chung, swing and a miss. 1-1. Lehman edges off of first. Chung fouls that one back, out of play, and it's 1-2. From the set. The pitch to Chung, fouled back again, out of play. We'll do it again, a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Chung. Runner goes. The pitch is grounded past the shortstop and into left field. Rounding second and on his way to third is Lehman, and the hit and run works perfectly.
Yep.
The shortstop had vacated his position to cover second as he saw Lehman trying to steal, and
that's
Patrick
where they hit the
Chung
ball.
hit it right there, right to the place he had vacated. And now the Crabs with runners at the corners and 2 down. And Jeremiah Burks, who got the first hit of the ball game, an infield single in the first inning. Burks coming to the bat, and the pitching coach of the B52's out to have a word with Craig Broadman. There's no one throwing in the B52's bullpen, so the pitching coach just out there to settle down Craig Broadman. And here is Burks. Jeremiah, boy, you talk about the complete package. Hits for average, hits for power, has speed, fine defensive center fielder. The pitch to Burks. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Again, the catcher throws behind the runner at first base. This time, Patrick Chung. Patrick dives safely back. No balls and a strike to Jeremiah Burks. Crab runners at the corners with 2 outs. 3 already in here in the bottom of the second. Broadman throws to first base. Again, Chung getting that uniform dirty over there at first base. Oh, and 1 to Burks. Broadman comes to the plate. High fly ball into center field and deep. The center fielder going back to the warning track. He leaps and
nope.
He cannot get it. Off the wall. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to score on the booming double by Jeremiah Burks. Lehman scores easily from third. Chung from first. It's now a 5-0 Crabs lead here in the bottom of the second, and Ryan Myers coming to the bat. He is the 9th Crabs to come to bat in this inning.
I just love filling in these little diamonds on my scorebook. It's really just a...
You enjoy doing that, huh?
It's just really quite a delightful experience.
So Benjamin admits he likes to color between the lines, which is not true of his personality at all. 1-0 the count to Myers. 1-0 to the Crabs cleanup hitter. He was a strikeout victim in the first. The pitch, ground ball foul over by the Crabs dugout. It's 1-1. I got Burks for 2 ribbies and Alex Aguirre for 2. Who's the 5th run batted in?
Chung. No. Lehman.
Thank you. The pitch to Myers. Line drive past the shortstop into left field. Burks rounds third. He's going to score on the single by Myers.
All right.
And the Crabs are pouring it on in the second inning. Craig Broadman getting roughed up big time here in the second inning by the Humboldt Crabs, as they have tallied half a dozen runs.
These are not cheap hits.
They
most
are
of
not.
them.
They are not. This is 7 hits in the inning. My goodness gracious. First pitch is taken high by Kevin Callahan, who started things off this inning with a booming double and came around to score the first of 6 runs. The pitch to Callahan, he fouls that one back onto the screen. The count 1-1. All right, here's the 1-1. Callahan, late swing, fouls it off out in the left field play area, and it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes now to Kyle Callahan. Myers takes his lead at first. Now steps out of the box, does Callahan. Crabs have batted around here in the second inning. Broadman set. And the pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. He's up with it, throw to first, and the Crabs are finally retired in the second inning, but not before they come up with 6 runs on 7 hits. There were no errors and 1 left. And at the end of 2, it's now the Crabs 6 and the B52's nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Shortstop number 17, Steve Ouellette.
Nope.
Yeah, Matthew Hernandez, a little skip in his step as he goes to the mound in the third inning. His mates have staked him to a 6-run lead. And he will face the number 9 hitter, Steve Ouellette, leading off the B52's in the top of the third. And the first pitch to Ouellette is a fastball taken for a call. Strike 1. After Ouellette, we go to the top of the order and Dustin Miller and Coco Figueroa. The next offering is grounded to the shortstop on a couple of hops. Fernwood up with it and throw across the diamond. 1 down. So Ouellette grounds out to his counterpart, short to first.
You weren't on the air for that first whole play, unfortunately.
All right, the first batter, Ouellette, grounded out to the shortstop, Chase Fernland, 1 down, and that'll bring up Dustin Miller. Fastball taken for a call, strike 1. Miller grounded out short to first to open the ball game. The 0-1 pitch, over but low, and the count even at 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swings through a fastball high and away, and the count 1-2. One and two now to Miller. Hernandez comes to the plate, and it's over again, but low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 offering. Swings and just gets a piece of it to stay alive. So we'll do it again, 2-2. The Crabs, after this ball game, will go home, relax, have some dinner, take it easy. B52's will hustle back to Bomber Field and get ready to play the San Francisco Seals in an evening game. And they also play tomorrow to conclude that 4-game series. Swing and a miss. No, I guess he got just a little bit of it.
He foul-tipped it.
Got a little tip, and then we are unable to hold on. So we'll do it again, 2-2.
So the Seals are coming here then on Tuesday and Wednesday. Is that correct?
I believe it is.
I believe it is. Again, undersea battle here at the ballpark.
Yeah. 2-2, strike 3, got him. Third strikeout of the ball game for Matthew Hernandez. And that'll bring up Coco Figueiredo, who was the first strikeout victim of Matthew Hernandez as he took a called third strike in the first inning. 2 down, nobody on base in the top of the third. B52's on the short end of a 6-0 count as the Crabs erupted for a half a dozen runs on 7 hits in the second inning off of Broadman. Swing and a miss on a fastball, strike 1. Broadman had come into this ball game with an earned run average of 1.80 in 20 innings of pitching. Crabs definitely roughed him up this afternoon. The 0-1 pitch taken just a bit somewhere. I'm not sure what was wrong with that pitch. The count is even at 1. Figueiredo, left-handed hitter. And he lines that one into right field, a solid single. Fielded on a couple of bounces by Blakeman. So a 2-out single by Figueiredo. That's only the second hit of the ball game for the B52's. And here is J.Q. Felina, popped out to Ryan Myers to end the first inning. Felina, right-handed batter. Hernandez is set, and the pitch. High fly ball to short left field. The left fielder coming in and making a running catch is Aguirre for the third out. Nice play by Alex Aguirre to end it in the third inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left, and at the end of 2.5, the score remains Crabs 6 and the B52's nothing. Listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia Rica. right, Kyle Blakeman to lead it off in the home half of the third, and he grounds the first pitch, backhanded by the shortstop, deep in the hole, long throw across the diamond.
Nice play.
Nice play. Steve Ouellette. So Blakeman retired, 1 pitch, 1 out here in the third, and that'll bring up Alex Aguirre. Alex, a big 2-run double in his last at bat, and then made a nice running catch to end the top of this inning. A right-handed hitter. Broadman's pitch to him misses wide, 1-0. There is now some action in the B52 bullpen. We see a right-hander out there throwing. The next pitch is taken for a strike. Fastball at the knees, 1-1. Alex Aguirre wears number 1 on his Crabs uniform. High pop-up in foul territory, and it's going to be out of play. Broadman ahead on the count, a ball and 2 strikes to the Crabs left fielder. The 1-2 pitch is grounded down to the third baseman. Up with it there is Felina. His throw across the diamond retires Alex Aguirre.
Catcher number 10, Anthony Enwia.
2 up, 2 down, and then that'll bring up Anthony Enwia. Enwia hitting .308 as we begin play this afternoon. He flew out to the right fielder in his first at bat, and he takes a fastball outside, 1-0. Fastball misses again outside. 2 balls in, no strikes now. Enwia swings and cues it foul on the first base line. 2 balls and a strike now to Enwia. And I don't know if he broke a bat or what, but Anthony is heading over to the dugout, and I think he's getting a new piece of lumber, yeah. So that little squibber down the first base line perhaps hit the end of the bat and chipped it in some way, so Anthony gets a new bat. Justin Islas, home plate umpire, puts a new ball into play. Bases empty, 2 gone here in the Crabs' third. That pitch is high and bounces off the catcher's glove. 3 balls and a strike now to Enwia. That pitch is hit hard into center field. The center fielder going back to the warning track. He looks up to the wall. It is out of here. A line drive home run by Anthony Enwia over the center field wall. I mean, you talk about straightaway center. Anthony Enwia, his second home run of the season, and the Harper Motors will be donating $50 to District 26 Little League for that Crabs home run. It's now 7-0 Crabs. So a solo shot, it's 7-0, and here is Chase Fernland. 2 outs and the base is empty, and the first pitch by Broadman is in the dirt, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, high with a fastball, 2 balls and no strikes. And that one bounces at the plate, 3 balls and no strikes. So Broadman got to be a little shaken by what the Crabs have been doing with him this afternoon.
Well, they've hit him hard.
Just misses outside. I think that's his first walk.
That is.
The first free pass that he's issued. So, unlike some games where there are a lot of gifts for the Crabs, I remember games when we've had the winning run come in on a wild pitch or a walk. Crabs' bats have been active this afternoon. Here's Devin Lehman. Lehman singled home a run in his last at bat, 1 for 2 on the afternoon, and the pitch bounces at the plate, 1-0. Fernland at first base now with 2 down. And a 1-ball count to the Crabs' leadoff hitter, Devin Lehman. From the sad, the pitch. Line drive past the first baseman down the right field line. Rounding second and heading to third is Fernland on a long single by Devin Lehman.
That was smoked.
Good job by Jordy Hart to quickly retrieve it and get back into the infield to hold Lehman to a single. Fernland now at third base. Lehman at first, 2 down, and that'll bring up Patrick Chung. All this has occurred after 2 were out. The first 2 batters ground outs to short and third, but then a home run, a walk, and a single. Crabs looking for more with Patrick Chung, who was 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Left-handed hitter. Lehman held on at first by Giacomini, and that pitch is hit in the air to center field, and that's going to be caught by the shortstop in short center field. A nice running catch by Ouellette to end the inning. The Crabs, however, come up with a run on a pair of hits. There were no errors and 2 left, and at the end of 3, it's the Crabs 7 and the B52's nothing. Listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcadia Region. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be the heart of the order for the B52's as we move into the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Jeff Giacomini, Daniel Teasley, and Spencer Duggan to face the right-hander Matthew Hernandez. Hernandez has given up no runs on a pair of singles in his first 3 innings of work. Giacomini was hit by a pitch on a 2-2 pitch in the 2nd inning, and he takes that one for a called strike 1. So Hernandez has hit a batter, but he has still not walked anyone now in over 17 innings of pitching. The 0-1 fastball is fouled off to the right and out of play. So Hernandez quickly ahead of the B52's cleanup hitter, no balls and 2 strikes. Hernandez 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball is grounded past the pitching mound. Over is the second baseman Lehman. He's got it and throws to first for the out, 1 down. That'll bring up Daniel Teasley. He had a solid single, the first hit of the ball game for the B52's in the 2nd inning, and made it as far as third base. Right-handed hitter. Hernandez pitch. Fastball misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball away, 2 balls and no strikes. There are a few little white puffy clouds. Not that puffy, really. Wispy clouds in the sky, but it's lots of blue and lots of sun. Lots of shirt sleeves this afternoon. The 2-0.
Lots of runs.
Yeah, and lots of runs, exactly. 2-1 now the count to Teasley as he fouls that one off. Two and 1 to Teasley. Ground ball down to the shortstop. Fernland's up with it. Guns it across for the second out.
Flawless.
2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring up Spencer Duggan. Duggan, right-handed hitter, hit into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat this afternoon. And he hits that one high in the air to left field, but it's playable. In front of the warning track is Aguirre to put it away for the third out, and the B52's are gone quickly in the top of the fourth at the end of 3.5. The score still 7-0. Crabs, you're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. I didn't get pie. They wouldn't give me pie.
They didn't have apple pie.
What that means? I guess that means you get a burger.
Or a hot dog or something. I'll get a hot dog if I can.
Burgers are still being made because there's a long line for burgers.
No, I'd be happy with a hot dog. If I get a
You want some pizza?
Yeah, or pizza. Can I go just down and tell them to give me pizza?
Yeah.
I don't want pizza. I remembered I had some pizza today for lunch.
Do the bottom two. Do the bottom two.
All right. We back?
Jeremiah Burks.
20.
Jeremiah Burks pops the first pitch up foul, a high pop-up, caught in foul territory by J.Q. Fellini, the third baseman. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Crabs in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Number 20, Ryan Myers.
Ryan Myers 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Big right-handed hitting cleanup batter. Crabs leading 7-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. A big 6-run third inning. Crabs got 6 runs on 7 hits that inning. Broadman's pitch is grounded just fair down the third base line and into left field. Rounding first is Myers, and he's going to go to second. The throw in, and he slides safely. That just inside, just fair inside the line. Third baseman made a dive for it, and let's see if he's going to be okay. Looks like he came up a little. It looks like he's limping a little bit. That's the third baseman, Felina. I guess he's going to be all right. So Myers on at second base with 1 out. And that'll bring up Kyle Callahan. Callahan, a double in 2 trips. Right-hander throwing, and I think a left-hander as well in the B52's bullpen. The first pitch is a fastball taken for a strike by Callahan, 0-1. Myers at second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, big cut by Callahan on a change. And the count now 0-2 to the Crabs' third baseman.
There's some pie down there right now.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. High pop-up into shallow center field. The second baseman, it's the shortstop, and he's going to end up catching it on the dirt. Didn't make it to the outfield grass. But, boy, that was a sky-high pop-up by Callahan, 2 down. Myers, of course, holding at second base, and that'll bring up Blakeman. Kyle 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He scored a run in that big 6-run second inning. Myers at second with 2 down. The pitch. Fouled off, out of play. No balls and a strike to Blakeman. Broadman set, the pitch. High pop-up foul, out of play. Broadman ahead now, no balls and 2 strikes to Blakeman. Blakeman trying to pick up Myers at second base. The 0-2. High with a fastball, 1-2. One and 2 to Blakeman. The pitch. Oh, it bounces back to the backstop, and trotting over to third base on the wild pitch is Ryan Myers. Count even now to Blakeman. Broadman's pitch in the dirt. A good block by Harris. So the count is full now to Blakeman. Again, Broadman choosing to work from the stretch with the runner at third. He's at the set, and the payoff pitched ground ball past the pitcher. Second baseman's up with it. Throw to first in time to retire Blakeman and the Crabs in the 4th inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. And at the end of 4, it's still the Crabs 7 and the B52's nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcata, Eureka.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs with a luxurious 7-run lead in the top of the 5th inning. It'll be the bottom of the order for the B52's, Hart, Harris, and Ouellette against Matt Hernandez. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the B52s. 7 runs on 11 hits. No errors for the Crabs. Jody Hart hit into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat, and then he stole second but was stranded out there. That was back in the 2nd inning. Wind picking up a little bit now and blowing towards center field. Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball down low. A ball and no strikes the count. A beautiful day for a ball game here in Arcata. And a big crowd on hand to watch crosstown rivals battle it out. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Hammered into left field. Going over to get it is Aguilar, and he makes a fabulous running catch near the line. That ball was slicing away from Aguirre, and a long run, but a good job to catch it near the line. 1 away. Here's Harris, struck out in his first at-bat. Hernandez winds, and there's a in on the hands, and he hits it slowly out to short. And that's 2 away. Here's Ouellette, grounded to short in his first at-bat.
Shortstop number 17, Steve Ouellette.
And the pitch to Ouellette is hit high in the air to right field. Going out is Lehman, coming in as Blakeman. It'll be Blakeman. So 3 quick outs here in the 5th inning, and the Crabs are up 7-0. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Are you ready?
Welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Aguirre and Wea and Ferlin for the Crabs, up 7-0. And is this still our starter? This is still Craig Broadman out on the mound for the B52's, who after this game will go and meet the San Francisco Seals for an evening game at Bomber Field. Alex Aguirre to lead it off. He doubled and scored a run in the 2nd inning. Actually drove in 2 runs with that double and then scored himself. And then he grounded out to third in his last at-bat.
For your Humboldt Crabs, number 1, Alex Aguirre.
And the pitch to Aguirre is hit into the center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Aguirre with his 2nd hit of the afternoon. That'll bring Anthony and Wea to the bat. Anthony flied to center and then a home run to dead center field in the 3rd inning. His 2nd of the season. Runner at first, nobody out. Aguirre with a short lead over at first. The pitch from Broadman is a fastball that misses high and away. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball on the outside corner to knees for a called strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 fastball misses down and away, 2-1. Toss to first. Aguirre dives back safely. Two and one the count. Here's the pitch. Way outside, and the count goes 3-1. 12 hits now on the game for the Crabs. 3-1 the count. We've got a left-hander warming in the bullpen. We actually have two pitchers warming in the bullpen for the B52's. The runner goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw down to second is on the wrong side of the bag, and Aguirre has it stolen. Meanwhile, the count's full to Anwia. So here's the 3-2, and he fouls it up against the screen. Count remains 3-2. That's Aguirre's first stolen base of the season. No, wait. His fourth stolen base of the season. Three-two pitch. Hit foul out of play. Three and two the count. Aguirre out at second. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play again. Three balls, two strikes. Crabs with a chance to pad that 7-0 lead here with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. And the pitch in the dirt. So Anwia will go down to first. That'll put runners on first and second with nobody out for Chase Fernlin. Fernlin today has struck out looking and walked. So Aguirre at second, Anwia at first. Here's Fernlin, right-handed hitter. And the pitch. Outside. That's the, by the way, the second walk issued by Broadman. Next pitch is fouled out of play. So a ball and a strike is the count. One and one. Giacomini in on the grass over at first. Here's the pitch, and there's a ground ball over to third. He's going to touch the bag for one. He's going to throw to first. 4-2, a 5-3 double play. On the play, Anwia advances to second. And here's Devin Lehman with two away. Lehman today is 2 for 3. And a pitch. Lined up the middle for a base hit. Coming around third is Anwia. Here comes the throw. It's not going to be in time. The throw back out to second is not in time either. And the Crabs lead at 8-0. So a single for Lehman, and he goes to second on the throw. Meanwhile, Enwea comes in to score. That's Lehman's second RBI, I believe, of the afternoon. That's going to be it now for Broadman. So the Crabs played 8 runs against Craig Broadman, and they've kind of broken this one open.
Well, we've got a moment with a pitching change. Let's thank some of the folks that keep us on the air and on the field. The Big Blue Cafe. Join us for Arcata's favorite cafe in the Arcata Plaza at 846 G Street. Serve breakfast all day and lunch from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. All kinds of good things from pancakes to quiches, daily specials, soups, clam chowder. Everything is fresh and everything is delicious. Try us once and you'll come back again and again. That's Big Blue Cafe on the Arcata Plaza. And the Arcata Scoop. Try our homemade organic super premium ice creams and sorbets. Find our daily flavors posted on our Facebook page. Arcata Scoop is located on 1068 I Street in Arcata. They're open from noon to 10:30 every day except Tuesdays, and boy, is that great ice cream. And Harper Motors. They've been serving the North Coast for more than 100 years. Check out all the latest models, new and used, like the new F-150 truck and the 2017 C-Max Energy compact car that gets 89 miles to the gallon. Look for the Carousel 2 miles north of Eureka, or visit us online at harpermotors.com. Harper Motors is donating $50 to District 26 Little League for every home run the Crabs hit this season. So go, Crabs, go. And Anthony Enwea helped contribute to the Little League with his home run this afternoon.
So Dylan Campbell, the new pitcher on for the B52's, he comes in with no record, 9 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 13 hits, 6 runs, 5 of which were earned, for an ERA of 4.66. He's walked 5 and struck out 20 in 9 2/3 innings pitched. Yikes. I can't believe that's right, given
That
his ERA.
yeah, that's hard to believe.
Unless, well, anyway, at any rate, it'll be Chung to bat with Lehman out at second. Another run plated here in the 5th inning to give the Crabs an 8-0 lead. Chung, left-handed hitter, is 1 for 3 today with a run scored. Lefty to lefty. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. So Dylan Campbell on in relief of Craig Broadman. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Line at shortstop, and that'll end the inning. For the Crabs, though, they get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and a runner left, and at the end of 5, they're up 8-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. We are back, yes. Do you have something to say?
I do, always. And that is, am I on?
You're on. Oh, you're on.
California Credit Union at California State and Federal Employees Credit Union. We are all local, all Humboldt, all the time. We offer free checking with no balance or transaction requirements. Plus, we have low rates on loans to help with all your banking needs. Give us a call at 800-440-8662. Join today for free and start enjoying the many benefits of credit union membership. That's California State and Federal Employees Credit Union.
All right. Well, that was rather edifying. Thank you.
Yeah, it was. Almost as edifying as that delicious hot dog.
Top of the sixth, top of the order for the B52's. Miller, Figueredo, Miller. And there's a ground ball over to first. Myers will take it to the bag himself, one away. So they're going quickly now, are the B52's. Miller grounding out unassisted. He's 0 for 3. Do we have a new pitcher on the mound? Is that still? That's still Hernandez, yes. So 3 unassisted goes Miller. And here's Figueredo. 1 for 2. Strikeout looking. And then singled. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken away. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Fastball is in there for a strike at the knees on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the B52's. 8 runs, 13 hits. No errors for the Crabs. The 1-1 is a fastball on the outside corner taken for a strike. So a ball and 2 strikes now. So the B52's won the first game of the season between these two, first game ever between these two teams, 6-3, but Crabs with a luxurious 8-run lead here in the second game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled down the left field line and out of play. The 1-2. Breaking pitch, I guess missed low. 2-2 is over the heart of the plate.
It looked pretty good.
Yeah. I thought he was going to ring him up, but didn't happen. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball over to third base. Callahan, the nice pick, throws him out. 2 away.
Good reactions at the hot corner there.
Here's Felina, 0 for 2. Isn't Felina the name of Marty Robbins' love in
Yeah, in
El Paso?
Yes. Boy, you dated yourself on that one. I remember my grandfather telling me about it.
Well, I'm a big Marty Robbins fan. Maybe it's Felita. I can never tell. It's Felina.
It is Felina.
Is it? Okay. Fastball on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso. Yep.
Hey, pretty good voice.
Thank you. It's in my range. 1-0 is a fastball on the outside corner. 1-1.
When I sing, my shower head turns away. It's most embarrassing.
One and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball out to short. Fernlin. High hop. Inning over. Wow, so 3, 6, 9, 10 in a row now, set down by Hernandez, and the Crabs lead it 8-0 at the end of 5.5. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Burks, Myers, and Callahan for the Crabs. I'm delighted to be joined by Don Holfacker, a longtime umpire here at the Arcata Ballpark and our resident expert on baseball. Welcome, Don. Oh, wait, hang on. Now you're on.
Thank you for having me up here, Benjamin. I was going to talk a little bit about the difference in rules this year than what we've gone in the past.
I'm curious to your opinion on this lame new rule in the major leagues with the intentional walk. Here's Burks to lead it off, and he hits one high in the air on the grass behind second base. It's the shortstop out there behind the bag, waiting for it, and he has it, and Burks pops out for the second time in a row.
Honestly, as a fan, I hate it.
Yep.
I think it takes so much away from the game.
Absolutely.
What's the difference of 45 seconds?
Absolutely.
And but they're trying to save all that time.
I know.
They must save a good 140 seconds during the game.
Oh, yeah, I know, yeah. It really makes a big difference on the way home. Here's Myers. And he takes a breaking pitch outside. Myers is 2 for 3 with a double and a single and a strikeout.
You know, I don't know whether you've noticed this year, but the rules have been changed a little bit towards a college rule rather than American League.
No, I don't know.
Like the visits to the mound.
Swing and a miss.
They get 3 courtesy trips, and after the 4th,
I see.
Everybody has to be pulled from then on each trip. But if you pull a pitcher during the courtesies, you maintain the amount of courtesies you have left. The slide rules are slightly different than what they've been playing with.
Next pitch is fouled out of place. So what's the slide rule about now?
It's straight into the bag and not beyond.
Oh, you can't slide, so you can't take out somebody on a double play.
No, you can't go straight through the bag.
Okay.
Like you in the American League rules, you can.
Mm-hmm.
And they also play with what's called a pitcher DH. If let's say your pitcher is your best hitter on your team and he's your starting pitcher.
There's a line drive, base hit in the left field. Myers aboard for the 3rd time today.
You can designate him as your DH.
Oh, I wondered about that because that was confusing a few times up here. That's happened a couple times this season, right? Where I thought somebody was out of the game and he wasn't because he came out as a pitcher, but he was still in the game batting.
What happens is it has to be designated in the pregame.
I get it. Okay.
And if it's done so, then he can DH for the remainder of the game. But once he's replaced as a DH, he's completely
out. Okay. Well, that's helpful because, like I said, that did happen earlier in the season. I was rather confused by it.
We've done it 3 times since I've seen it here. And
yeah.
Whatever that. Seattle did it, I believe, one time, and so did San Diego. I know them.
Here's Kyle Callahan, and he hammers one into right field. That's going to be over the right fielder's head and up against the fence on a bounce. Myers going to 3rd. Callahan cruising. He'll hold with a long single. Nice play by the right fielder, Hart, to keep that ball, to keep Callahan at first. That's the 2nd time today Hart has thrown a ball in to keep a runner who looked like he was headed to 2nd.
Yeah, that kid has such a nice swing. It's just so tight and compact.
Callahan?
Yes.
We have a pretty good team this year.
Oh, my gosh. It's one of my favorites I've umpired.
Really?
The personalities on the team
really?
are just so great.
First and 3rd now, 1 out. Here's Blakeman. Well, I'm just so impressed by all aspects of their game. They pitch, they hit. Here's the pitch. Fastball down low. Their heads are in the game, too. What I've noticed, too, it seems like they play a lot of heads-up baseball.
I think Robin recruited – I'm not talking badly about past teams, but I think he went and got smarter baseball kids.
Uh-huh.
And they're just more alert on the little things.
That's what I've noticed. 1-0 the count, and there's a breaking pitch, a nice one on the outside corner for a called strike. Is this still the guy that came in last half inning?
Yes, it is.
Dylan Campbell out for his 2nd inning.
He's a local kid. I forget which high school he went to.
1-1 the count. Runners on the corner. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Could be 2, and it bounces through in the center field for a base hit.
Spencer raised his head on that.
Yep. I mean, he probably should have had it, but I'm going to rule it a hit. 9-0 now in favor of the Crabs as Myers comes in on that base hit. So Blakeman, 2 hits on the afternoon.
Sure nice seeing Chris Peterson back out there calling a game this year.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in ages, huh?
Yeah, no, haven't seen him in a while because he has so many family commitments. He has like 700 kids or something.
Here's a gear. He's 2 for 3. First and second. Here's the pitch, and it's a breaking pitch down and in. 1-0.
I'd like to shout out to a couple of our umpires that got injured this year.
Oh, really? Yeah. I saw you take one the other night that looked like it hurt.
It didn't feel good.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
But Russ Killingsworth got in a logging truck accident, and
Yikes.
we lost him for the year.
That one's hit high and deep to left center field, headed for the fence, and it is gone. Adios. A 3-run shot for Alex Aguirre. Wow, and the Crabs are up 12-0. That ball just kept drifting out of here. Right over the 394 sign area, out in center field.
I didn't think
5 RBIs now for Aguirre on the afternoon. That's his 3rd hit, and all he needs is a triple to hit for the cycle. Wow.
I didn't think he had enough of that.
I didn't think he did either.
But
I was
wonderful.
Surprised to see it go out.
Then
So 4 more runs here in the 6th inning.
These kids sure know how to add on.
Yeah, they do.
Seems like they wait around until about the 4th or 5th inning,
And then they explode. Yeah. Here's Inwea. He's homered, walked, and flied out. So 12-0 now in favor of the Crabs. 12 runs on 17 hits. And Krusty the Crab in the park. I'm sure that had something to do with it.
I think that was a total reasoning right there.
The 1-0 pitch is popped high in the air, back of home plate, and Harris looking for it. Now he comes out in front of home plate, and he has it for the 2nd out.
Real nice positioning by Justin on that call. But I was also going to shout out to John Swanson.
Absolutely.
He injured himself. Gosh only knows how. He hurt his left knee and his right arm. Broke his right arm and his left knee.
Gee. So they're all home recuperating.
Yeah. Actually, Rusty's here, taking in his first Crabs game of the year.
Well, I'm glad to see he's up and around then. Want to know the count now to Fernlin. Fernlin is 0 for 2, and there is a high hopper over to 3rd. This should end the inning, and does. But the Crabs get 4 more runs on 4 more hits. There were no errors and nobody left, and at the end of 6, they're up 12-0 over the B52's. This is dominant Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, back at the ballpark with Don Holfacker as we head into the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Giacometti, Teasley, and Duggan, the heart of the order for the B52's, with the Crabs leading by 12. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the B52's. 12 runs, 17 hits now. No errors for the Crabs. Crabs have pounded B52's pitching this afternoon.
Jeff and Spencer set up a pretty good program with the 52s.
Yeah, really, they're doing great. I just think it's great to have another team in the area that can be a rival for the Crabs. Remember the days when we had the All-Stars, and then they were called
yes, I love the All-Stars when they play 4 times a year.
And then they were the Steelheads for a while.
Yeah, I loved when they were the All-Stars.
Me too. I was puzzled because I remember the manager at the time saying they changed their name from All-Star to Steelhead because they weren't literally All-Stars, and I just thought, well, they're not literally fish either, so didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But anyway.
Yeah, but I think they named it more after the beer.
Fastball is taken outside, 1-0 now the count to Jackman, and he was hit by a pitch and grounded out to short.
But they changed it from more a collegiate team to
1-0 is
semi-pro.
Hammered in the left center field. That's going to go all the way up to the fence, and that'll be a double for Giacomini. He still swings hard, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He did a real nice job this year coaching, being the head coach at Eureka High. Took over for Eric Ciccone.
Oh, okay.
And we so they made a second round of sections.
So first extra base hit of the afternoon for I think the first extra base hit for the B52's. Yeah. And here's the pitch now to Teasley, who has singled and grounded out. He fouls it out of play.
Teasley's another local kid. I think he's down Fortuna way, if I remember right. But all these kids blend in together after years.
Years and years. You've watched all these kids come up through the Little League and American Legion and all that stuff, right? 0-1 count is fouled out of play, 0-2.
I was figuring started local umpiring here in '88.
Yeah.
So I've seen a couple kids, and actually started umpiring in '74 over in Europe.
Really?
Yeah. That's when they're just starting to develop the programs.
0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch is hit in the left field. That is going to drop for a hit. Giacomini had to hold up. He'll stop at third. So runners on the corners now with nobody out for the B52's.
I expect the coach to be coming out any second.
There is some action now. Right-hander out in the Crabs bullpen. Spencer Duggan will be the hitter. Duggan today is 0 for 2.
Yeah. Fielder's choice in the first inning, I think it was.
Yeah. He tried to bunt, and there's a ground ball to short. Fernlin throws him out. Nice play. Giacomini comes in to score. That was a nice play by Fernlin as that ball skipped past Callahan, who was going to field it, and right between his legs, and Fernlin just scooped it up and threw him out.
Absolutely no way he could have got the double play on that.
Nope.
So it was great
play.
Heads-up ball. Great heads-up ball.
Fernlin's really been playing a fine shortstop. So it's 12-1 now in favor of the Crabs. Teasley goes to second on the play. And with one out, here's Hart. He's 0 for 2.
Jordy played at College of the Redwoods a few years ago.
Takes a fastball in there just above the belt for a strike.
He has a unique approach coming into the box. I don't know whether you've noticed it or not.
No.
How he warms up by
that high leg kick.
Leg kick and get himself settled.
The 0-1 is down and away, 1-1.
He says it's his timing mechanism.
I noticed a lot of the pitchers too have strange. Some of the pitchers who have come in here have had some strange timing mechanisms. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Down and away, 2-1. I guess whatever works, right?
Pitchers are a unique kind of person, so they're a whole different world. Yeah, I felt sorry for those last two clubs that come in here.
Runner goes. A 2-1 is popped in the air, foul, out of play. Oh, so that was the Mudcats, the Tuesday-Wednesday.
And whoever was the weekend prior to that.
And the Sacramento M's over the weekend.
Sacramento Merchants M's. They just didn't have any pitching at all for it.
No, the Mudcats just had nothing. They really, yeah. And, I noted that on Tuesday night, and that's all I said, and somebody got angry with me on Facebook. 2-2 the count.
I don't know how to phrase it differently.
I don't either. I just said they were losing. I didn't say, it wasn't personal, but they were losing. 3-2 the count.
I guess you could just say lack of ability to throw strikes.
3-2 the count. Now to Hart. I was disrespecting their team, they said. I didn't mean to. I hope I didn't mean to offend anybody. 3-2 pitch. They said I was biased. Now, who would call me biased, Don? The next pitch is outside.
I know you're completely. I look up here for you to make your legitimate calls.
I know, right, exactly.
Because
See,
I know
you
you're
know,
going to give me the correct one.
you know that when I yell at you, it's just out of the love of truth is all.
You know, also out of pure respect for the game.
That's right. So here's Harris. He's 0 for 2. First and second now with 1 out.
Yeah, I can't say that with a straight face either, Benjamin.
Biased. I mean, I'm a lot of things, but not biased.
Yeah.
Here's Harris. He's 0 for 2.
No matter what.
And there's a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike.
The ball had a lot of movement to it. Boy.
Yeah. He throws pretty hard,
Mm-hmm.
Hernandez. He's only thrown 80 pitches in the game so far.
I think he's young, too. I think he's only a sophomore.
Really?
I thought I heard.
0-1 is way outside. 1-1.
So a lot of time to get that body in shape.
The ball and a strike to count. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Good pitch. 1-2.
Justin behind the plate's one of our better ball strikes umpires we have. He's real consistent. He's done some real quality games this year for us at the high school level and for college and Redwoods. And
The 1-2 breaking pitches down and away. 2-2. Yeah, I tend to forget that the umpires don't just umpire our games; they umpire all the games in the community, right? Yeah.
we normally get 45, 50 games prior to coming to you. And,
Wow.
by then we're starting to figure it out.
2-2 pitch. Fastball down and away, and the count goes full. Well, and it's different rules in different levels, right? So
Yes,
you have
it
to be
is.
cognizant of that the whole time.
That's why that brings up a nice point. When we meet up during the pregame, we sit there and we'll talk about the basic mechanics, the rule differentials, and the
Runners go. The 3-2 is fouled up against the screen.
what we've noticed in past games and out of certain people, whether how to angles and how to gain things like that, so we're not just down there playing cribbage or having just making jokes with each other.
Not just doing that.
Not just doing that.
3-2 the count.
And,
Here's the pitch. Ball 4. That's going to load the bases.
here comes Eric.
And here comes Eric Ciccone. Eric
Ciccone, yeah.
to have a word. I don't know if that's going to be it for Hernandez.
No, I
There
think
is a right-hander.
No, Robin would be coming.
Robin would come out if that were the case, yeah. In fact, there's actually 2 pitchers warming in the Crabs bullpen. So back-to-back walks now.
As we were talking earlier, this would be the first courtesy trip. And so they have 2 additional for the game unless it goes into extra innings, and they get 1 per inning.
I see. So this doesn't count against them at all. They can come out.
No, this doesn't count. Matter of fact, if this guy faces 1 more batter and they go out again, that'd be a second courtesy trip.
I see.
So they can use all 3 of them in 1 inning if they so desire.
Oh, okay. All right, here's Ouellette. He's 0 for 2. Teasley at third, Hart at second, Harris at first. 12-1 in favor of the Crabs. Here we go. And Hernandez's pitch is grounded out to shortstop. Should end the inning. Tosses a second for 1.
Perfect.
Back to
pitch.
first, a 6-4-3 double play.
Probably just what Eric told him, throw it right under his hands.
Yep. So no runs, 2 hits, there were no errors, and a runner left. And at the end of
No, they got
6.5, 12-1 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Stretch out that bench cut. So the crowd, world famous Crabgrass fan, and the beautiful angelic voices.
I don't think much of your elevator, by the way, you got put in here.
Take me to the ball game.
The late Jerry Nutter promised us we were going to have the first escalator in Humboldt County. And then a year later he goes, well, we may not be able to do that, but we're getting a catapult.
This has been a real enjoyable year to be around. It's just a whole different attitude.
Last.
Okay.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th inning for the Crabs. They're up 12-1. It'll be the It'll be the top of the order. Lehman, Chung, and Burks against Dylan Campbell, who's out for his 3rd inning of pitching.
A little bit ago, Hulk asked me the question about interference. I exactly remember the play now since we're talking about it. It was more a running lane because the guy was on the inside of the grass, not at all in the running lane. So when he went up there, he made contact with the first baseman.
Oh, so that was a play that's a play we thought he was safe at first, and it looked like he was safe, and then
he was out by rule because of where he ran.
So here's the first pitch to Lehman, and he takes outside. He's 3 for 4 today with a run scored, and he's got at least 1 RBI, 2 RBIs, I think.
What is that, 17 hits?
Yeah, and he grounds that one over to first base. Giacomini has it. He'll take it to the bag himself. 1 away.
That's one where I think Michael was at first and I was at the plate. And so that's why you go out and you straddle the line and you look straight up the line as they're going up. And you watch,
so you can tell.
You watch where they're running at. If his foot would have been on the line or anywhere beyond the line, it wouldn't have been called.
Here's Chung, the DH. He's 1 for 4 with a run scored, and he takes a pitch down in the dirt. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the B52's. 12 runs, 17 hits, no errors for the Crabs.
This poor kid must have fouled 5 balls
Off his foot that one day. That was a couple weeks ago. I remember that, yeah. Here's the 1-0. We didn't see him for a while after that. I don't know if he was hurt or what.
Yeah, his ankle was swollen up.
Really?
Big time. He just got hit.
Just got hit on the foot that time.
Yeah, he just got hit in the exact same spot. I think you're more than welcome there, Hulk. I think that's the secret of baseball. If you're injured somewhere, the ball's going to find you.
Yeah. Yep. Just does that, huh?
About 10 years ago, I broke a couple of toes on my right foot. And I come out here and I was doing a game because I couldn't find anybody else. And the first pitch hit me right on the foot, right where it was.
Oh, that had to have been excruciating.
Oh, I had some interesting language.
Wow. Want to know the count. Chung takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball down and away.
I just about threw myself in the arms of the catcher crying.
2-0 the count. Yeah, I see you guys take a beating back there behind home plate.
No matter how many, I think we could get armored suits and they'd still find a spot where it's not covered.
2-0 to Burks now. He's 2 for 4, and he swings and misses at a breaking pitch. It's 2-1.
This kid's an incredible athlete.
Oh yeah, we've had a great time watching him this season. He's got a great batting eye too. The 2-1 misses away, 3-1.
I love watching him take from first to third when you're out there. You're just going. I thought more Bobby Andrews.
3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. That's his 26th walk of the season.
Yeah, I can see why they'd walk him to get to his fellow.
Yeah, right. So here's Myers. He's 3 for 4 with a double.
He was having a.
Myers is a very modern hitter.
Yes, he's either it's going to be over
strikeout or home run. Yep. Or extra bases.
I was talking to Detweiler about that. And,
here's the pitch,
I guess in
and he
college
swings
he
and
plays
misses.
in a real small park.
Oh, really? 0-1 the count. Well, it makes sense then. Well, and that's, you know, it seems like if you want to get to the majors, that's the kind of hitter you have to be, right?
Right.
That's what everybody's doing now.
And
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch.
he's an intense kid.
Held out of play.
He takes his craft of hitting seriously. Because I've been out there behind first base and we got talking hitting, and he's talking about foot movement and that, and just the little things.
Oh, yeah.
He reminds me a lot of Nick Ciccone
I was just going to say that. Yep.
from the right side of the plate.
0-2 the count. A little more power than Nick, it seems like. Next pitch misses away. It seemed like Nick was more of a gap hitter and walked more.
Yeah, I think Nick was a little bit more athletic because he was playing football in there.
Yeah.
Too.
1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. There's a breaking pitch that misses down low. 2-2.
But Nick was here for 37 years, playing first base or however long it was.
Yeah. I used to like Nick was one of my favorite players to watch.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorites also.
2-2 pitch. Misses down and away, and the count goes full. Now there's a right-hander warming in the B52's pen. The Crabs' pen is quiet.
I think
3-2 the count. Chung at second, Burks at first, one away. And now Myers asks for time.
I have a feeling he's going to throw a slider out of park.
3-2. Misses away, and that's going to load the bases. So a hit batter and 2 walks now from Campbell.
Here comes St. John's looking down.
Yeah, I think they're going to go to the pen now.
28.
We're also going to have a pinch hitter for Callahan. This is Alejandro Lara, Hondo Lara.
St. John's making a change.
So we're going to see a new pitcher and a new hitter. Bases loaded for the Crabs.
I can't tell with these 52 uniforms who this kid is. 24 looks like.
What is it, 24?
Yes.
Josh Davis. So third pitcher of the afternoon for the B52's. This is Josh Davis now on in relief of Dylan Campbell. Bases are loaded for the Crabs with only 1 out.
I wonder if this is the same kid that went to St. Bernard's.
Probably, right? Because all the B52's are local young men. So that would make sense. Crabs are leading 12-1. 17 hits. And they have the bases loaded now with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
I'd like to see Laura hit a gapper and see what these kids can do on the bases.
Well, they're just, you know, like I said, what really impresses me most about this team is how focused they are in the game. You know, they just make a lot of plays that are smart plays, and I think that's in some ways the most impressive aspect of the team.
There.
All right, here we go. Hondo Lara will pinch hit. So Hondo comes in batting .258. He's only played in 8 games. He's only had 37 plate appearances. So he's in there for Callahan with the bases loaded and 1 out. Crabs up 12-1.
I didn't realize he had that few at-bats.
Here's the pitch. He takes a fastball inside, 1-0 from
Davis.
Josh Davis. Hondo Lara. 1-0. And the pitch. Grounded out towards second. They're going to go to second for 1. Back to first, and he hits into the 4-6-3 double play. That'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left, and at the end of 7, it's 12-1 in favor of the Crabs.
Coach couldn't
This
ask
is
for much
informative
more.
Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Ballpark. Welcome back to the ballpark. Ultimate Yogurt. Try more than 10 ever-changing yogurt flavors with a ton of toppings that'll make your head spin. Ultimate Yogurt is locally owned, a great place to bring your crabby kitties because they can make their own cups exactly how they like them. From Oreo cookies to sprinkles to Fruity Pebbles, everything is possible. Ultimate Yogurt has 2 locations, one in Eureka and one just about a block away from us here at the ballpark in Arcata. Check us out. Go, Crabs, go. Top of the 8th inning, Crabs with a very comfortable 12-1 lead. New pitcher on the mound for the Crabs. And it will be Najib Brush. Andrew Najib Brush, right-hander on the mound. And his first pitch is to the backstop. 1 ball to the leadoff hitter, Dustin Miller, for the B52's. The B52's have been a comeback team in recent weeks, but in recent days. But a huge comeback it would take now, trailing 12-1 here in the 8th inning. 2 balls and no strikes to Miller. He'll be followed by Figueredo and Felina. 2-0 pitch is hit high and deep to center field, but it's playable. Jeremiah Burks is under it, and he puts it away for the first out. So Miller flies to medium depth center field, 1 away, and that will bring up Coco Figueredo, who's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Matthew Hernandez well on his way to picking up his 2nd victory of the season without a defeat. Figueredo, left-handed hitter, facing the right-hander Andrew Najib Brush. And that pitch is a fastball right down the pike, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Lined into right field, that's going to be in there for a base hit. Over to field is Blakeman, he gets it back in. A 1-out single for Figueredo. And that'll bring up J.Q. Felina. Felina looking for his first base knock of the afternoon. He's popped out, lined out, and grounded out. Right-handed hitting third baseman. He's only been at bat officially 10 times this season, including the 3 in this ballgame. Throw to first base and diving safely back is Figueredo. Myers holding the runner on at first. Felina at the set. Comes to the plate and a high pop-up in foul ground. It's going to be out of play. Do we know how many folks we got on hand here?
Yeah, 1,028.
All right. 1,028 fans on a sun-drenched afternoon in the Arcata ballpark, and they're enjoying a big Crabs victory. Ground ball to the left side. A play by Ferdinand. Throw to the second base is not going to be in time. It gets by the second baseman into right field. So that'll be, I think, a hit and an error. A hit for Felina. I don't think they would have. I don't think they'd have gotten him at second. So Benjamin's not here now. He's down getting some food. I'm going to call it a hit, and then an error on Fernland to allow Figueredo to move to third. The B52's with runners at the corners and one out, and their cleanup hitter, Jeff Giacomini, at the bat. Giacomini 1 for 2, doubled and scored the only run thus far that's been plated by the B52's. The pitch high with a fastball, 1-0. Oh, I got to think that Giacomini's got just scores of memories of good times at the Arcata Ballpark, where 3 years in a row he was MVP. The 1-0 pitch to him. That's down low, 2-0. Back-to-back singles have put runners on at the corners. No, and one out. Najib Brush at the set. The pitch. Giacomini swings and fouls it off, out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Crabs 12 runs on 17 hits. B52's 1 run on half a dozen hits. Each team has committed 1 error. Najib Brush at the set. And the 2-1 pitch is grounded over the mound behind second base. It's fielded there by the second baseman. Lehman, throw to first is dug out by the first baseman. What a double play. A short hop grounder that Lehman dug out, tagged second, and then his throw to first was low and scooped up by Myers. And the double play will end the inning for the B52's. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And at the end now of 7.5, the score is the Crabs 12 and the B52's 1. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGUE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Kyle Blakeman to lead it off for the Crabs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Crabs with a virtually insurmountable 12-1 lead. Josh Davis on the mound. He comes to the plate, and Blakeman hits a high fly ball into shallow right field. Right fielder coming in. He's got room, he's got time, and he's got the baseball. 1 pitch, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. That'll bring up Alex Aguirre. Aguirre, a single, a double, a home run. He has driven across 5. He has scored 2. And that 256 average has been skyrocketing up this afternoon. Right-handed hitting left fielder stands in, and the first pitch to him is taken for a called strike. We've had 3 legs to the cycle a number of times this season. That's a single, double, triple, and home run all in one game, but no one's actually pulled it off. Aguirre needs a triple here to do that. Foul ball over by the dugout of the visiting B52's. And so Josh Davis ahead on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Aguirre is set. The 0-2 pitch, fastball away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Aguirre. Fastball just misses wide. 2 balls and 2 strikes. At the set. The pitch. Just misses a little bit low, and the count goes full now to Aguirre. Davis reads the sign from Hunter Harris. The payoff pitch. High fly ball foul out of play. We'll do it again, 3 and 2. Three-two pitch, misses wide, ball 4. So Aguirre, a 1-out walk, and that'll bring up Anthony Enwia. Enwia 1 for 3. The one was a solo home run in the 3rd inning. Crabs with 17 hits on the afternoon. Right-hander versus right-hander. Josh Davis, back foot on the rubber, comes to the rest. The pitch to Enwia. Anthony swings and misses, strike 1. Wind blowing a little more briskly now. Oh, and 1 to Enwia. The pitch swings and misses, strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes to the Crabs catcher. Humboldt luxuriating in a 12-1 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Wheel lets a fastball go by outside, 1 and 2. Davis at the set. And the 1-2 pitch. High outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 and 2 to Enwia. Aguirre takes his lead at first. And now Davis steps off the mound for a moment. All right. Back foot on the rubber, we're ready to go. Davis at the set. 2-2 pitch. High pop up into shallow or into deep center field. Near the warning track, the center fielder Teasley is under it, and he's got it for the 2nd out. That had pretty good carry on it. 2 down, it'll be up to Chase Fernland. Fernland, the only Crabs hitter who has not had a base knock this afternoon. 0 for 3, he did walk, but 0 for 3 officially. Davis at the set, and the pitch to Fernland. Chase takes it for a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner at the belt for a called strike 2. Davis ahead on the count now. No balls and 2 strikes to Crabs shortstop Chase Fernland. The 0-2 misses wide with a fastball, 1-2. Davis is ready. The pitch. Got him swinging. Fernland down on strikes. The Crabs go in the 8th inning. No runs, hits, or errors. There was one left, and at the end of 8 complete, it remains the Crabs 12 and the B52's 1. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Tim Weiser coming in to finish it up for the Humboldt Crabs. Matthew Hernandez went 7 innings and stands to pick up his 2nd win of the year without a defeat. Andrew Najee Brush pitched a scoreless 8th inning, and now Tim Weiser coming in to wrap it up. Weiser has only pitched 9 innings this summer and has given up 4 earned runs. And does not have any record. Daniel Teasley to lead it off. Teasley a couple of singles in 3 trips. Right-handed hitter facing the right-hander Tim Weiser. And Teasley takes a fastball wide, 1-0. He'll be followed by Spencer Duggan and Jordy Hart. Next pitch is taken just a bit outside, 2-0. The 2-0 is hit on one hop to Fernland. Backhands on a short hop and throws to first for the out. Nice play, Chase. 1 down. Here's Spencer Duggan. Spencer has drawn the collar thus far this afternoon, 0 for 3. Weiser's pitch is over but low, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 fouled off at the plate. We'll do it 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Crabs will avenge their earlier loss this season to the B52 Bombers by a 6-1 count. And to be honest, the rematch has been no match, as the Crabs came out early and after 3 innings were up 7-0.
Yeah.
Next pitch, a high chopper, tough play. Third baseman cuts in front of the shortstop. Fernland gets it. His throw to first is not going to be in time. That'll be an infield single for Spencer Duggan.
Even there, Fernland, really impressive out there.
Yeah, the only error he committed, most shortstops wouldn't have gotten to the ball. So he has played some nice shortstop for us. Here's Jordy Hart, who has shown us some a good arm out in right field.
So I guess the headline tomorrow will be B52's bombed, huh?
Well, that evens the series 1-1 this year. I don't want to.
Well, I'm just saying, you know,
Yeah,
that just seems like a natural headline to me.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a front runner headline.
Not, you know,
it makes us
not
feel,
that I'm biased or anything.
No, it makes us feel humble to stomp you into the ground and turn you into pebbles from rocks.
Well, you know my old saying, Hoke, it's not enough to beat your opponents. They must be humiliated as well.
High pop-up foul out of play.
I mean, really, what's the point?
A ball and a strike to Jordy Hart. We're going to give the B52's Benjamin's address after the game. And the 1-1 pitch just misses with a fastball wide. A ball and a strike now to Hart. Jordy came into the game hitting .302. He's 0 for 2 officially in this afternoon's action.
No, actually, you know, it was awesome of the B52's to agree to play today, and
there's
great.
A ground ball foul outside the third base coaching box. Yeah.
And it's just great having another good team in town.
It is indeed.
And I really hope that we'll play more games against them next year and that we'll have a real series with them. And
I think we will.
I think it'll be great.
Yeah. Yep. 2-2 the count now to Hart. The pitch. Fastball rides high and the count goes full. Duggan, not being held on at first, has a big lead. He goes. The 3-2 pitch is waved out and missed. Throw to second base, not in time. Duggan is in safely. So Hart down on strikes. Duggan steals second. And we're 1 out away from calling this a ball game. Hunter Harris, 0 for 2. Right-handed hitting catcher. The last gasp for the B52's this afternoon. Right-hander versus right-hander. Weiser at the belt and the pitch. Fastball is up, 1-0. Remember, the San Francisco Seals will be in here Tuesday and Wednesday. Midweek 2 games against the Crabs. The next pitch is a strike, and the count even 1-1 to Harris.
I'll be here.
Benjamin will be calling the action for you. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and they're down to their last strike. One and 2 the count. Weiser set. High pop up on the infield. Second baseman going back. Right fielder coming in. It's going to be Lehman to gather it in for the final out. No runs a hit. No errors, 1 left for the B52's in the 9th inning. And that'll do it as the Crabs win it by a score of 12-1. Matthew Hernandez, the winner, with relief help from Andrew Najib Brush and Tim Weiser. The loser was the starter for the B52's, and that would be Craig Broadman. So the Crabs now push their record to 24-3, and a nice hand for the B52's for showing up today and allowing us to have a fine Sunday afternoon of baseball. These two teams we hope will be together, get together a number of times, or at least for one series next season. And speaking of series, we got next weekend coming in the Walnut Creek Crawdads, who always provide good competition for the
Battle
Crabs.
of the invertebrates.
The invertebrates are going at it. So, Seals baseball Tuesday and Wednesday with Benjamin. Next weekend we'll both be here for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Benjamin, what are the final totals on today's ball game?
For the Crabs, 12 runs on 17 hits. They committed 1 error. The B52's 1 run on 7 hits. They committed 1 error.
All right.
So Tuesday.
Well, what else can we say? We can say there were a lot of hitting this afternoon by the Humboldt Crabs. We ought to mention the fact that Jeremy Burks had a single and a double.
Didn't
Lehman had 3 base hits.
Didn't Aguirre have 5 RBIs in today's game?
Aguirre had 5 RBIs, a single, a double, and a home run. Ryan Myers had a single, 2 singles, and a double. Kyle Callahan a single and a double. Kyle Blakeman 2 singles. Alex Aguirre, as we mentioned, a single, double, and a home run. Anthony Anuia, a home run. So the Crabs brought their batting shoes today. All right, the youngsters are about ready to run the bases and high-five the crabs. And that'll do it for us this afternoon. Look forward to seeing you at the ballpark next week. Got some great baseball ahead of us. For my broadcasting buddy, the Professor Benjamin Schaefer, I'm Hoke Holcomb, and we're rounding third and heading for home. Good stuff, everybody. If I don't see you tomorrow night, well, I won't see you Tuesday though at the food bank, right? You're not going to be there. Okay. But I'll see you. Well, maybe tomorrow night. I don't know. It depends on how Pat is, Elaine. We'll see.
Well, I hope you're there.
I do too. Yeah, I like to meet her. Good. Sounds good. Okay. Good.